Hello students, I am Snehal Dubey, welcoming you all to Electrical Engineering online classes by Snehal Dubey. In today's video, I will provide you the knowledge about the different topic of transformer such as EMF equation of transformer, losses in transformer, different ratios of transformers like transformation ratio, voltage ratio, current ratio and turns ratio. So here EMF equation of transformer. In my previous video I also covered this topic, but last two lines of the derivation of EMF equation of transformer I was not written over there. So therefore I am again covering this topic in this particular video as well. So EMF equation of transformer. Okay, as we know, when we provide single phase AC supply to the transformer, then flux produced and starts moving in the air gap. Then according to Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, when the flux link with the primary winding, then EMF induction occur in primary winding, and when that same flux link with the secondary winding, the mutually induced EMF in secondary winding occur. Okay, these EMF equations can be written as E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. Okay, so E is equal to minus n d phi by dt. According to Faraday's law, it is d phi by dt. But n comes for the number of turns in primary and secondary winding, and minus sign comes with and minus sign comes according to the Lenz law, because the scientist named Lenz, he proved that the EMF induction occur in the primary side, that is E1, will opposes the causes of production of it. That means it will opposes always the supply voltage V1. Okay, therefore we use here the minus sign according to Lenz law. Okay, the sign comes in equation according to Lenz law. This law states that the EMF induced in the primary winding is always equal in magnitude to the supply voltage but opposite. Okay, so this is the sinusoidal waveform of alternate flux, because we provide the alternating supply to the transformer's primary winding. Therefore everything which is developed inside the transformer is also of the same nature. So you can see here that the sinusoidal waveform of flux. Okay, so here you can consider the point A and point C. Okay, the point A represent the maximum point and the point C represent the negative maximum point. That means the flux comes from point A to point C, so there will be a sum of the changes occur definitely. Okay, to cover the one cycle there is a time required, and the time is denoted as the time period T. Okay, so here is the derivation of the EMF equation of transformer. You can see here a sinusoidal waveform of flux is shown in figure. Let us consider an average change in the flux from point A to point C will be, I have already spoken about that particular change, that is at point A it is the maximum flux phi m, at point C it is the maximum negative flux, that is minus phi m. As the point A to C it decreases continuously, therefore the equations will be phi m minus phi m, that is 2 phi m. The unit of the flux is Weber. Time taken to average change in flux is t by 2 seconds. As in this figure you can observe that the point 0 to D time taken to complete the one cycle is t. Therefore from point A to point C it will take t by 2 time, t by 2 second. Okay, thus the average EMF induced in winding will be E average is equal to minus n into d phi by dt. You can put the value of d phi and dt here, that is minus n into 2 phi m upon t by 2. Okay, E average is equal to minus 4 n phi m by t. We know from the relations between the time period and frequency, that is f is equal to 1 by t. E average is equal to minus 4 into n into f into phi m. Okay, as the nature of induced EMF is of sinusoidal form, therefore according to definition of form factor kf is equal to ERMS upon E average, and value of the kf for sinusoidal wave 1.11 is equal to ERMS upon E average. Therefore ERMS is equal to 1.11 into E average. That means हम क्या किए वहाँ पर E average को इस क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाइड कर दिए 1.11 के साथ में. ओके, तो ई आर एम एस इज इक्वल टू माइनस 1.11 इंटू 4 इंटू एन इंटू एफ इंटू 5m. तो हियर ई आर एम एस इज इक्वल टू माइनस 4.44 एफ इंटू एन इंटू 5m. दिस इज द रिक्वायर्ड ई एम एफ इक्वेशन ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मर with negative sign. So according to this, if you want to write it for E1 and E2, then E1 is equal to 4.44 F into N1 into 5m, and E2 is equal to 4.44 F into N2 into 5m volt with minus signs. Therefore, as I told you that according to Lenz law, the EMF developed in primary or secondary winding will definitely opposes the voltages. Okay, it may possible that it will be according to magnitude equal to each other, but they oppose each other as well. Therefore the V1 is equal to minus 4.44 F into 5m into In. That means this minus sign come according to Lenz law. Okay, so minus 4.44 F into 5m into N1 माइनस इंटू माइनस प्लस. तो V1 इज इक्वल टू आपको क्या मिल गया यहाँ पर 4.44 F इंटू 5m इंटू N1. ओके, दैट इज वोल्ट. तो ये क्या हो गया आपका EMF इक्वेशंस. ओके, V2 इज इक्वल टू 4.44 F इंटू 5m इंटू N2, वेयर F इज द फ्रिक्वेंसी ऑफ सप्लाई, 5m इज द मैक्सिमम फ्लक्स फ्लोइंग इन द एयर गैप, एंड N1 is the number of turns present in the primary winding. Similarly for V2, F is the frequency, 5m is the maximum flux, and N2 is the number of turns connected in secondary winding or wound in the secondary winding. So this is our EMF equation of transformer derivation. This question many times asked in the exams. Okay. So here our next topic is transformation ratio. Okay, the transformation ratio of transformer is defined as it is the ratio of number of turns in secondary winding to the number of turns in primary winding. The transformation ratio of is denoted by K. It is an unitless quantity. The effect of primary component into secondary side and the secondary component into primary side. That means I2 का रिस्पॉन्स अगर प्राइमरी साइड में पड़ रहा है तो वो बन जाता है आपका I2 डैश. I1 का रिस्पॉन्स अगर सेकेंडरी साइड में पड़ रहा है तो वो बन जाता है आपका I1 डैश, R2 डैश, R1 डैश. इस तरीके से जो भी रिस्पॉन्सेस होते हैं, प्राइमरी का इफेक्ट सेकेंडरी पर और सेकेंडरी का इफेक्ट प्राइमरी पर, तो वो जो इफेक्ट हमको मिलता है उसका कैलकुलेशन वो हमेशा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन रेशियो ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मर के अकॉर्डिंग ही मिलता है. Okay, so the transformation ratio can be written as according to their definition K is equal to N2 by N1 according to ampere turns. Ampere turns का मतलब होता है करंट और नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स इन द रेस्पेक्टिव वाइंडिंग रेस्पेक्टिव साइड्स प्राइमरी और सेकेंडरी. So N1 into I1 is the ampere turn of primary side, N2 into I2 is the ampere turn of secondary side. So according to K, N2 by N1, if you consider this N2 by N1, then you will get I1 by I2. Okay, according to KVA rating of transformer, the KVA rating or VA rating of transformer, earlier also I have explained about the rating of transformer here. So V1 into I1 input rating is equal to V2 into I2 output rating. So V2 by V1 is equal to I1 by I2. Here is the therefore the transformation ratio K will be V2 by V1 is equal to N2 by N1 is equal to I1 by I2 is equal to E2 by E1. V2 और E2 एक दूसरे के बराबर होते हैं, V1 और E1 एक दूसरे के बराबर होते हैं मैग्नीट्यूड के अकॉर्डिंग, इसलिए ये भी ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन रेशियो को डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. ओके, नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इज डेफिनेशन ऑफ डिफरेंट टर्म्स रिलेटेड विद द ट्रांसफॉर्मर. So here are the some definitions related with the transformer. First is the voltage ratio. It is defined as it is the ratio of primary voltage to secondary voltage. That is VR is equal to V1 by V2. Second, current ratio. It is the ratio of current flowing through primary winding to current flowing through the secondary winding. That is current ratio CR is equal to I1 by I2. turns ratio, it is the ratio of number of turns in primary winding to number of turns in secondary winding, that is TR is equal to N1 by N2. All three are the unitless quantity, and there is the difference between this ratio and the transformation ratio. Okay, you can compare it. Only the current ratio and the transformation ratio according to current's value, that is I1 by I2, are same. Okay, next topic आता है losses in the transformer. तो losses, there are two types of losses. As transformer is a static device, it has two type of losses. First is the iron loss or core loss or constant loss. Second is the copper loss or variable loss. Iron loss is the combination of two other losses, that is the eddy current loss and hysteresis loss. And the iron loss of transformer is depends on the supply voltage. Iron loss of transformer is negligible loss and also known as the constant loss as well. That means the iron loss occur in the transformer is very less amount of loss. Okay, to reduce the eddy current loss, we can provide the lamination of the silica gel on transformers core. Next आता है copper loss. The copper loss of transformer is depend on the load on current flowing through the primary winding and the secondary winding, है ना. As the current flowing through the primary and secondary winding is depends on the load, that means if the load change in load occur, that means change in current also occur. Therefore the copper loss is considered as a variable loss. We can also write it as the copper loss is also known as I square R loss. I स्क्वायर, डेट मीन्स करंट. अगर आप प्राइमरी का निकालोगे तो ये हो जाएगा I1 का स्क्वायर R1. अगर आप सेकेंडरी वाइंडिंग के साइड का निकालोगे तो ये हो जाएगा I2 का स्क्वायर इंटू R2. ओके, दिस इज अबाउट द लॉसेस. Thank you very much. As the lockdown is continuously going on, so stay home, stay safe. You can do your online study with various channels available in YouTube. Okay, bye for now. Subscribe my channel, comment me. I can provide you the answer of your questions. If you have any doubt, you can ask to me. Okay, if possible, share it with your friends, like it, comment on it. Thank you.